Starting with your feet hip distance apart, begin with a nice, easy rotation. It starts at the feet, moves up through the legs, the hips, the torso, shoulders, and into the arms that move like empty coat sleeves. Then take your hands from the upper left down to the right, getting a nice rotation through your spine at a diagonal angle. And we start on this side so that we can also balance out the opposite motion, which we're about to start right now, that you may do more often during your golf game. So a big part of your warm-up and of yoga in general is to find balance. From here, we're going to move into another thing for the arms, which is to take your hands onto opposite elbows and begin to get that posterior part of your shoulder. Now moving front to back. This big motion, this full range of motion, is really great for the lats, which connect your arms to your lower back. And when you can get this full range of motion, it really helps with your backswing and with being able to get the shoulders all the way back, the rotation of the spine. Next, moving into your hamstrings, allowing the foot to come all the way up without losing the integrity of your spine. And then trying to keep opposite arm, opposite leg moving, which helps with the neuromuscular coordination. It also helps with balance. Both of these things being pivotal in your game. Moving on to the other side. Really here you want to build heat, coordination, and balance. You're looking to open up your hamstrings, which will help you at address when you lean forward, as well as the hip flexors, which often pull on the lower back. They go from the front all the way to the inside, through the inside of your body, and connect to the lower back. So we're opening both areas here. Again, remember the integrity of your spine. You're not in the Rockettes, so take it easy. Maybe you are in the Rockettes. Do what you can do. Take your hands onto your hips. Bring your hips around in circles. Again, nice and easy. Allow yourself to have a little bit of flow. It can be easy to take ourselves too seriously, so movements like this are helpful. Push down through your right foot, reach up and over through the right arm, and breathe into the ribs on the right side of your body. Going to the other side, notice if one hip wants to shift forward or back, and see if you can keep them in neutral with the tailbone tucking. Learning how to keep your lower back long will be so helpful for preventing back problems in your game. Again here, just a little stretch from one side of your body to the next. And then coming back up. And moving into segmental movements. We start with the anterior-posterior tilt. You inhale, arch the lower back. Exhale, flatten. Inhale, arch. Exhale, flatten. And as you flatten, really feel your belly draw towards your spine. When you address the ball, again, you want the belly to draw towards the spine so you protect the lower back as you rotate around the lumbar spine. Next, we're going to move into the upper body. Going side to side with the upper body. And seeing if you can keep the lower body stable. You may be able to see better from this view. Not being able to separate upper and lower body can cause players to stand up versus rotating around the body and around the lower body in particular. Here we switch it up. Upper body still, lower body twisting side to side. Inhale, take your arms up. And exhale, hands down. Grab a hold of your right foot with your right hand. Keep your heel towards the outer part of your butt and switch side to side. Remember, we want the movement to be continuous. Back and forth, no long holds, because you want the muscles to stay elastic as you play so that they're more powerful. Again, the quads here can pull on the hips from the front, causing an S shape in the lower back. So we want to open up the quads so the hamstrings have more freedom and the hips can stay in neutral. Give yourself a little rotation side to side. Okay, and next we're going to work again on hamstrings. This sequence is a little crazy. Do what you can. If you can't keep your legs straight, bend your knees like this. Walk your hands out. Now keep your legs straight from here. You can either stay here or come down through this cobra. Good. Arching the spine, opening up through the upper back, through the chest, going side to side, getting the sides of your body. And then push down to what we call down dog and walk your hands back towards your feet, keeping your legs straight. Only go back as far as you can with the legs straight. Okay. If you don't want to go through that whole thing, walk forward and then back. Watch your lower back as you come into plank, so not to arch it. And here you can practice that core strength. Be mindful if you have an anxious lower back, as you come up towards your feet, put a little bend in your knees, or just don't come all the way to standing forward bend. Now bend your knees and roll up. Take a breath. Take your hands towards your heart center. And practice in this moment going from movement, from heated, back towards cooling down, towards focus. Now moving back into one last stretch, drawing your knee up towards your chest, your heel towards the opposite hip, getting into the glutes, which again affect lower back and hip stabilization. A few times each side. Notice that my lower back doesn't change, is not arching. Bring it only as high as you can without losing the integrity of your spine. Tune into your breath, connect to your body, slow your mind down, and you will play better. Go out and do your best. Thanks for warming up with me.